Hey, welcome back. It's the middle of November here in the Great White North, and as you can see, all our leaves are gone off the trees, so there's no sense in keeping any of our summer stuff on our equipment anymore. So it's time to switch all this from summer mode into winter mode. So let's do that. So we've got several pieces of equipment here. We have a 7-foot blade, and I've had this blade for as long as I've had this tractor, over 20 years. And this blade always went on this tractor. But a couple years ago, my neighbor gave me the option of using her snowblower. And I've always kind of liked the idea of having a snowblower. But now after using it for a couple years, there's times when it'd be nicer to just use the blade just for a quick clean, clean up the driveway, and you don't wear it all like you do with a snowblower. So this year, now that I've got two tractors, I'm going to put the blade on one and the blower on the other. Now the 755, even though it's smaller, I'm going to put the blade on it again because the back tires are loaded, so that gives me a lot more traction. And this is the loader from this tractor, so I'm going to put that on. The 855 already has a loader. We don't need the backhoe in the winter, so we're going to take that off and we're going to put the blower on it. The 855 didn't come with a 3-point hitch, but luckily the previous owners gave me a complete brand new, never used 3-point hitch assembly, and kudos to them. I can't even imagine what that would cost to buy that. So we're going to switch all that up, and the first thing we're going to do is get the mower off here, clean it up, get it ready for spring, put it away. And like I'm going to show you in a second, I've already taken the blade out of storage, and the mower is going to go in there. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need this blade, and that'll give us room to put the mower deck in here for storage for the winter. It's nice that everything's on wheels. Okay, now that I got the mower off, I'm going to grab the 855 with the loader. I'm going to pick this guy up. I'm going to scrape the bottom, clean it all up, grease it, get it ready for next year. Hey guys, this is why you have to inspect your equipment after every season. Look, even though I watch this every year and I check it out, I've got a hole there since last year. I did some other patches last year already. I see there's a crack over here I'll have to fix. And another crack down here. So I'll have to weld those up. I won't show you that. I did some last year. And I'll weld those up. And then whatever rattle can I have left over from the season, that's what this gets painted. You can still see some of last year. I painted the silver. I think I still have some of that. So after I finish power washing it and patching it up, we'll paint it up. Okay, now it's time to put the loader on. This is a model 70 loader, and it's the mate to this tractor. Goes on real easy. Line everything up. Release all the pressure. Okay, gotta pop these four little covers off. And you notice there's colors here: yellow, silver, black, and green. These match up to the hoses. See, there's black, silver, and yellow. So you just hook these up, same colors. That way you don't get confused. Leave the pressure. Yellow. Silver. Black. And was a green one on here, but it's come off. It's the only one left. That's it. Now let's hook it up. Now this is really cool. Okay, as long as your tractor's lined up, just start operating it. Just keep moving, and these will fit in these little pockets. Just like that. Pretty simple. Everything works. Okay, now we're going to put the blade on. I'm pretty close. As long as this thing doesn't, oh, I need clips for that. Okay, let's put this on. On. There. Center link in. Too far. There. Okay, let's pick this up. Yay! Okay, so this one's ready. Let's do the backhoe. So here's the plan. I'm hoping I can store that in here for the winter. It's out of the way. I'm hoping I don't have to leave the outriggers down. I'm going to try to block it up. And I'm going to see if I can balance it back there and on the bucket. So first time taking this off. Bear with me. Let's give her a whirl. I'm going to see if I can get this to work the way I want. I'm going to back up a bit. Okay. Knee down. As far as I can remember, I have to get this up high enough, take the weight off of this, and then there's another pin over here. But right now, nothing's loose. So I'm gonna have to play with this until I get some play in here. Move these back. Take the pins out. Okay. There you go. That one's loose. It's a big difference. There. There. That's out. So now it's just the pins at the front. Okay. So there's two more pins right here. One there, one on the other side. I guess I have to play with this until I get it loose. I'll take the retaining clip off first. There. Okay. Now it looks like I got to play with that some more till it comes loose. I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to have to move this. Let's give it a tap, see if it's loose. Yep. That one's out. Okay, we're out. I don't think you can see, but down in here, right down there is a bar with that on it, and I think I can just drive away. So let's see if that works without everything falling apart. Can't go very far. I'm still hooked up hydraulically. There. It's out. Okay, let's see what happens here. Lift this up a little bit. There. That's pretty good. I think that'll work. Disconnect those hoses. There. Well, that wasn't too bad. A little bit of trial and error. So now these hoses, you have to loop them back on themselves. I'm going to release the pressure here. There we go. There, that definitely worked. And this up here, we just loop these back together. That's it for you. And this one hooks back into the outlet. There. And that should be it. Pick up all my bits and pieces on the ground here. And drive away. Okay, this is where the hydraulic hose hooks back on itself, feeds out of here and back. So when the backhoe is on, it just feeds everything through. If you don't hook this back up, the tractor doesn't have any hydraulics. All right, she's safe and secure on the ground now. And we've got all the pins back where they belong. We just lost a little bit of oil. Got the pins back in there, all ready for next year. So even though I've just rebuilt, I rebuilt the outrigger cylinders, both sides, and the boom cylinder, I don't trust that that's going to stay up the whole winter. So I'm going to put a ratchet strap across the stabilizer cylinders. But that's where she's going to sit till next spring. All right, got to get the blower on now. Okay, with a lot of good plans, sometimes you got to change them. I was originally going to put the snowblower here on the 855 and the blade on the 755, primarily because the 755 has loaded tires. So it means there's about 500 pounds back here, a lot more traction. With the blower, you don't need as much traction. But as it turns out, the PTO on this doesn't work. So I'll show you that in a couple minutes. So I say, okay, well, I'll put the blade on here. Start going to put the blade on here, and the diff lock doesn't work. And I'll show you how the diff lock works. See, as you're seeing here, one wheel runs independently of the other. And when you run the diff lock, which is the pedal over here, they lock together. Well, what's happening, it's not locking securely and it's skipping, so it's going to damage something. So, but that's an easy fix, and I'll show you that right now. So this is the diff lock pedal right here. You push this down and it locks the two together. Well, when you spin it and you push on the pedal goes right to the floorboard. And that's not allowing it to do a full engagement. So there should be 5/8 of an inch gap between the floorboard and here. But that's an easy fix, so let's do that. So this is the linkage right here. So we just have to take that pin out and turn that in some. I don't know how much we'll have to turn it in, but we'll try a couple different positions. Kind of hard to engage when it's here. Okay. Has to actually engage. There. No, still hitting the floor. I'm going to go all the way. I have to turn it till it actually engages. There it goes. There. Actually, I could come back a hair. Well, that's about right. I think we're going with that. Yep, we're good. All right, so that pin's back in. That's all adjusted. That's good. Now the other one, the PTO linkage is here. And the way this works is you have your shifter here for your different speeds on your PTO or your different positions, your rear, your mid. And what you have here is you have a switch. This is a switch that tells the tractor whether or not you're in rear or mid. And this is what physically engages it. Now the tractor engages it electrically, and I'll show you that right now. Okay, down there, I have the seat switch bypass so that it'll work without me being on the seat, just for this purpose. Okay, so PTO system. All of this is the magnet. Let's move you over here a little bit. There's a magnet down in here. When you lift this up, the magnet pulls this, which pulls that rod. I'll show you that right now. See how it's pulled up the magnet? I turn the key off and it drops out. And all that magnet does is hold that rod in place. So I'll show you that here. So when I energize the PTO, that rod goes in. And that's what keeps the PTO energized. And that operates the spool inside. Well, I tried adjusting that. And there's a switch back here. That's working. But something internal is not working. And I've got one tractor with a working PTO, and I'm not going to start ripping this apart. I've had one of these transmissions apart before, and you basically have to take the whole tractor apart. There is a bit of a access here a plate that gets at some of the linkage. But again, I'm not going to dig away at it when I've got one perfectly working tractor. So since I've already got the one tire off, I figure what the heck, I might as well just take both tires from the 755 and swap them with this. So this is one of the 755 tires. It's full right to here with windshield washer fluid. So it weighs at least 250, 300 pounds. So I'll just swap the tires. We've got the diff lock working, and we'll put the blade on this. All right, we got that sorted out. Engages, and still got our 5/8 to the floor. Good solid engagement, don't want to strip that. So now that we have that done, let's carry on with putting the 3-point hitch on. I got everything here. This thing's like Christmas and it's only November. Nothing like putting new parts on. And this kit is really complete. We even got the chains, all the pins with it. Excellent. So let's start that. Not sure which side that goes on. Wait a minute. Let me go look on the other tractor. Oh, I know. Hey, so I've got all the parts unpackaged here for the 3-point hitch. I started assembling it, and this thing's got more surprises for us. Do a little split screen thing here if I can. So this is the 755 on the right here, and this is the way the chains, the retaining chains for the 3-point hitch attach. And you'll notice it's just a fork, and the pin goes through it. So on the left-hand side of your screen here, you'll see this is the 855, and I've got the tire back off again. And somebody has welded the bottoms of the purchases, and I can't put anything in there to put a fastener to there. And someone has added those brackets on there, and I'll think I understand why. So it looks like at some time in the past, this is broken, and it is kind of a tight angle. So someone has added these brackets, and they added a clevis on both sides, and this one got broken. But this here looks like it was actually broken at one time, and that's why they've added that piece inside here to try to reinforce it. But you can't put a chain or a clevis or anything in there. There's no room for it. So I'm going to have to cut this broken piece off, and I've got another clevis here. I'll weld it on, and there's the other chain down here. And then we'll be able to put it back on there. So give me a couple minutes, I'll get that done. Okay, so we got the clevis welded in. This is hooked up. I don't know what length the chain's gonna have to be. We'll have to figure it out. Got the tire back on again. So let's see if we can finish putting this thing together. Okay, I'm gonna give all this stuff a little shot of grease. I noticed these swivels are pretty tight, so I'm going to give those a shot after I got them in. Same size? I think so. I don't know which side this is supposed to go on, but I think it'll work on this side. I don't think it really matters. There's that one. And then there's this pin here. I don't know which one I'm going to leave it in yet, but for now I'll try it on that one. Everything's easily adjustable. I don't know what height we're going to need, but this will get us close. And then there's the center link here. And I've got a pin. Let's give this a shot. There. Well, it looks like this might be in the way. To put the to hook it up. All right, good. I'm going to do that. So you can get around. Now I can use this. Hold it up there if I can. Maybe not. This won't go over far enough. I'll probably have to readjust that. Anyway, it's there for now. All right, let's see if we can hook up that blade. Hey, I just couldn't leave that the way it was. So I took this over to the vise and I re-engineered it a little bit. And now we got a holder for that. Okay, now let's go put the blade on. One. Yeah. Hopefully these loosen up. And it works. One. PTO shaft. Push until it locks. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. Okay. Check my chains. Pretty good. Tight as they'll go anyways. Select rear PTO. There she goes. We're ready. At least this PTO works. Okay, now the mower goes back in where the blade was. There. Now I have to remember I have some repairs to do on this. I just don't have any more welding gas, so I'll have to do that in the winter. Hey, that's it. We're ready. This guy fought us every step of the way, but we didn't give up, and we've got everything working. 3-point hitch works, the blade's on, got the blower on this guy, and the PTO works on this, so everything works. We're ready. Mother Nature, give it to us. Last year we got everything ready, and we didn't get hardly any snow, so maybe this will be the same. But having said that, it'd be kind of nice for the grandkids to have a little bit of snow so the little jam eaters could go out and play, and maybe we can skate on the pond again. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this, smash that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. You don't get any spam or any ads or anything for it, but it helps me a lot. So we'll catch you later.